What's going on, guys? Genevo9 back at you again today. Happy New Year to each and every one of you, and thank you guys for continuing to watch and tuning into my channel. Again, if you haven't yet, press the subscribe button down below because you're in for a real treat on this coming 2020. I got a lot of changes going on to my Evo. I'm mostly working on the engine bay. I'm gonna create some power and hopefully get this thing running and tuned to achieve the horsepower that I'm looking for. Thank you guys once again. Enjoy the show. If you don't know already, I installed the Evo 456 radiator on my Evo 9 because I wanted the hose to be on the far right so I can have better clearance right here. Unfortunately, the fan, the stock fan, didn't quite line up. I'll show you right here. The bracket didn't quite line up right there, but the other side did. So what I did was I asked Mishimoto, hey, could you send me over a fan that can fit on this 456 radiator? But they did end up sending me a fan right here. So they ended up sending me a fan. It's got the aluminum framing and wires and all that whatnot. On this video, I'm gonna show you how to wire this. So I did a quick test fit, and again, the brackets on the top right here, what you see, still doesn't fit. A bit unfortunate, but I'm gonna go and show you guys a solution on how to remedy that problem and still make it fit, and also show you how to wire it onto the stock module. If you watch my past video on the radiator install, I didn't fill this up with coolant just yet. I had the fan coming in and I didn't want to waste some coolant. I have the coolant right here. When we're all done, I'm gonna fill this up with the Xerox, the 50-50 mix. If you do have coolant, make sure you drain all that stuff if you want to get into the radiator fan. I think you can still get to the radiator fan without disconnecting the hose and whatnot, but it'll be quite a challenge. So to make it easier for us and to easily show you how to do it, I'm just gonna take off the radiator hose on top right here. Take your vice grip, I'm just going to take off the 10mm bolt that's holding the stock fan here. You might as well take off the hose that's going to your overflow tank. Take that off. Now if you look deep down there, you'll see the radiator fan module. Let me zoom in a little bit closer there. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbolt those two bolts right there. It should be 10mm bolts. And just take that off so that we can take this fan a lot easier. Alright, so I was having issues. I really don't understand how I got this on really fast and easy, and now taking it off was a bit of a struggle. So what I'm doing right now to make it easier to get this fan off, I disconnected my upper intercooler piping right here, and I also took out the mounting brackets right here. The same thing on the other side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift this radiator off just a tad bit so that we can shimmy that fan out of there. That stock fan off. Now you're just gonna disassemble the module right here. Alright, so now that we got the stock fan out, let's compare the two. So here is our new fan. So there you go. Here's your side by side. It's a little thinner than the stock, as you can see. The Mishimoto fan is a lot taller. So if you put it on top, it is a little bit wider as well. The Mishimoto fan has the blue and black, and this one, the stock fan, also has the blue and black. So this is fairly easy part, guys. All you're gonna do is splice. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut this old connector out, boom, and then just match it with what you got here. So blue to blue, black to black, and then you're gonna use the same connectors here and plug it onto the same fan module that we took it out from. Let's test fit this now beside the radiator. So what I did to make it easier, because my car sits 3-inch high off the ground, I jacked up the car over here. Make sure you put jack stands after you jack up the car. I can easily access the bottom, and as you can see right there, I actually disconnected the bottom hose so that I can lift the radiator up and install that fan a lot easier. So I put the two brackets back, and now you can see how when I test fit it up here, I haven't bolted anything yet. And this is the alignment that I was talking to you guys about, that this bracket right here doesn't line up to this. So this one we can easily just bolt with the 10mm. This one we have to make a custom bracket to connect this to that. Now let's go underneath and see how they align underneath. Now if you look underneath right here, it doesn't align as well. This one doesn't align. This one we have to make a custom bracket as well so that this fan will stay in place. Here guys, is I bolted one of the brackets, and you can see the difference on how offset it is. So what I'm gonna do is, I got a piece of flat bar here lying around in my garage, and there's already pre-drilled holes on them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these holes larger so that I can fit a 10mm. Oh shoot, I just dropped it. So anyways, found it. Is I'm just gonna place it right there, bolt this side right there, and then I can finally bolt that there so that I can have this as stability. So your 10mm should fit just like that. Let's do the other side. So there you have it. I installed the bracket to the radiator fan. So here's the fan bracket to the radiator, and simple and easy. And yeah, just keep this bolted and should fit just perfect. If you're curious about how I connected the fan to the radiator on the bottom portion, I did the same thing. I did a custom bracket, and I connected the fan radiator bracket right here. You have the radiator bracket right there, and I just connected it with one bracket with 2 bolts, and that should keep it intact and in place. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the wiring. Right here is the fan module, the stock fan module. Now it's up to you if you want to hook up the fan straight to power and not connect it here, but the problem with hooking it up with straight power is that the fan will continuously run. But this one, the fan module, as you can see, you see it has little tiny sensors right here. Now the sensors actually sense the heat coming off from the fan, and that's when it makes it, and that's what makes the fan turn on, is when it senses that it's overheating. So we're gonna keep this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna zip tie it right to the housing of the fan right here, or you can choose to customize it and bolt it somewhere else. But for me, I'm just gonna zip tie it right here. It will be a good place to sense the heat. So what you got here is the connector. You can see that there is a blue connector and a black connector. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna disconnect this to the stock and attach this new harness to your new Mishimoto fan. Cut that off. Cut the other end off. Just like that. Take your fan wiring and just connect it black to black, blue to blue. Connected the black to black, the blue to blue. Now I got these heat shrink tubes that I'm just gonna sheath right over it. Now I'll get some electrical tape and just tape right around it, just so you can have assurance that water will not get in there. Alright, so now we got the electrical tape wrapped around it. Last thing I want to do to clean it up is I'm going to put wire loom right around it. There you go. So there you have it, guys. So let me zoom in to that module. I zip tied it to the fan itself right there. Take the fan connection and connect it right underneath that module. Let's go underneath the car so I can show you a better view of it. And just connect it right underneath that module. Just like that. Now you're gonna come across some extra wire. What you can do is you can just pretty much zip tie it together here so you don't have all this wire, extra wire dangling around. Connect your lower radiator pipe tubing through there. So there you have it, guys. We have it all installed. It was really hard for me to get this to get everything back together on the upper intercooler piping because it was a really tight fit behind there. See how it's touching, the fan is touching the upper intercooler pipe. So you just have to manipulate everything. I had to unbolt the intake and the upper intercooler piping couplings and kind of just shimmy it and maneuver it in and out so that I can fit everything nice and perfect. But overall, everything turned out really well, guys. The fan is nice and secured. All the wiring down there is nice and tucked in. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this up with the radiator fluid. Oh, and don't forget to hook up that hose. I almost forgot to put that hose up there. Now we're gonna fill up with radiator fluid and we're gonna start it up and see if everything is running nice and smooth. Now we got everything nice and filled. Once again, guys, check out the new fan installed right there. Looking good. New radiator. Again, thank you, Mishimoto, for an amazing looking product. Now let's see if everything works. It's been such a long time since I started up the Evo. It's been sitting here for a very long time now. Now it's finally time to test it out. I'm gonna go turn it on and let's see if everything's working up to spec. I'm gonna repark it and it's gonna be great, guys. I can finally be able to take it out this week and show you guys some POVs and yeah, show you guys more of some rollers and cinematics. Let's turn it on and hope it doesn't blow up. Sounds real nice. What do you guys think of the new splitter that I just put up? So guys, that pretty much wraps up this whole video. Very quick, easy install of the Mishimoto fan. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. I got more stuff coming in and more parts coming in for my engine, so I would like you guys to stay tuned. Again, if you guys found this video very helpful, hit that like button and don't forget to press the subscribe button down below so you can always be in tune of what's coming up with my Evo build. And also, guys, check it out. Make sure you check out my website and cop the new merch that I just released, my new hoodie, Evolve hoodie. Check out the website, genevo9.com. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And I'll finally hit 8,000 subscribers. Let's try to hit 10,000 subscribers soon, guys. And yeah, there she is. Up and running real well. Gonna have some rollers for you guys pretty soon. Alright, you guys have a good day. Happy New Year. Thank you once again.